Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and today I wanted to do a contest entry for my good buddy Tony from Horror in TOJ. Now, Tony is an awesome guy, everybody knows that. He hit 1,000 subscribers, which is incredible, and he did it in 18 months, which blows me away. But he has awesome content, so I'm not really surprised, but amazing, amazing job, dude. You deserve every single one of them. Now, Tony has three questions and well, two questions and some shout outs. Question number one is, what is the scariest scene in horror history? That's a tough one because it's really subjective. One of the ones I'm going to go with is Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, in Friday the 13th Part 2, there is a machete kill with a guy in a wheelchair. For some reason, I think it's Matt. Yeah. Anyway, and I saw this. This was my second horror movie that I saw, and the way they filmed it, I thought was incredible. The reason why I said it was scary is because you know something bad is going to happen to this guy, but they're going from two different directions. But they're concentrating on the back of his head more than the front, generally. So you think somebody's gonna sneak up behind him and kill him, and all of a sudden, whack, right to the face with a machete, and he goes down the steps, which is incredibly mean spirited, but still one of the best kills ever. Now, that freaked me out when I was younger, when I first saw it, because I was expecting something different. And I think the misdirection lended itself to um, what made that scene so scary. Another one I wanted to talk about was Black Christmas, the original 1974 classic. When he's talking on the phone, I guess his name's Billy. They don't really say, you know, completely. The noises and the sounds that he makes, it still creeps me out to this day. I've seen the movie lots of times, so it's not as bad, but it got to me the first time I saw it. I was like, this dude he's out of his mind. So that's another one. What used to scare me when I was younger was because, like you said, we are all pretty much desensitized to that kind of stuff now because we've seen so much of it. What used to get me when I was younger, though, were the TV spots, and some of the TV spots in horror when I was younger were brilliant. Suspiria had a great TV spot where they were singing "Roses are Red, Violets are Blue." It's just creepy. It's Alive, very short but very effective with the Davis baby and the hand coming over the side. Just freaked me out. But the one that got me the most was the TV spot for Magic with Fats the Dummy. They actually had to pull that from television because they were getting complaints that it was scaring their kids. So, and I was one of them. 7 years old, couldn't sleep, went out to talk to my dad, and that came on, and I just freaked out. So, yeah, those were the scariest things. Now, you also wanted some recommendations of movies that not many people talk about. Um, the first one I wanted to mention is one that Joe just picked up, Killer of Dolls. Now, I saw this and I thought it was brilliant. I think that Maniac owes a great debt of gratitude to that movie. And that had to have been where he got some of his ideas. So that's the first one I wanted to mention. I didn't pull it, but I did pull some of the other ones. This is one I just watched recently that I really enjoyed. I like movies about Halloween and I like movies about haunted attractions, and this is that type of movie. And I thought it was really good, really done well. Another one I wanted to talk about is Raw Meat. This movie was very, very much ahead of its time. I'm not sure if you've seen this one, Tony. Um, I find that a lot of people haven't, and that surprises me. This movie's awesome. It's great. And it's, like I said, it's very ahead of its time. This was done in the I believe it was the early 70s. I believe this came out before Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And you're talking about cannibals and stuff like that. So it's, to me, it was very ahead of its time. And the last one I wanted to show was a movie that I love. Uh, no one ever talks about it. I don't understand why. It's a psychological horror movie called Pin. If you can get a copy of this, you won't be sorry. I guarantee it. You won't be sorry. It's that good. So this blew me away. This was a movie that I just happened to rent at a video store when I was younger, and I just couldn't believe how good it was. I'd never even heard of it, but it just blew me away. So yeah, the last part of the contest entry is to shout out some YouTubers. I always feel funny about doing this because I know I'm going to forget people, and I don't like to forget people. So I'm just going to shout out a few of my friends, and we'll go with that. I wanted to shout out Dean from Mr. Worker. Very, very underrated channel. I'm not sure why he hasn't gotten the subscriber count that a lot of other people have, but he's just a super nice guy, very knowledgeable about horror, very knowledgeable, and yeah, great guy. I'll put his links in the description box below. Horrific Reviews is not uploading as much as he did at first, but he's a new guy on the scene. Very nice kid, very nice. Anthropomanic Fiend, Martin, really nice kid. And let's see, we'll go with Sean Blue Digital, good buddy of mine, Sean. Sean Urshan, another one, very underrated. Um, yeah, see, I'm drawing a blank as to who else to recommend, but you kind of get the message. Of course, my Super Slash brothers, Joe the Horror Man and Brad from Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. Even though they have a lot of subscribers, they definitely earned them all, and they're just great guys. So if any of these people sound cool, or you haven't subscribed to any of them, definitely give them a look. And congratulations, Tony, on 1,000 subscribers. Onward and upward, buddy. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.